Hello, friends. We are still working with logarithms today, and I'm going to to introduce how to use properties to expand and condense logarithms. You have to do this for a couple of reasons. You need it in pre-calc. Yep. And also, sometimes you have to condense logs when you're solving equations that need logarithms. So this is sort of a setup for solving equations. Okay. Here are the properties. There are three. One, two, three. So when you have a product property and it's multiplication, it could be two numbers, it could be two variables, and it actually could extend to three or four or five, or these could all be mixed in. But when you see two variables or a number and a variable that are multiplied to expand it, you write the log twice with the variable and you add. So multiplication means addition. Division means subtraction. And when you have an exponent and you're trying to expand, this is the condensed because it's small. This is the expanded version. The exponent is written as a coefficient, so you write it in the front. So these are the three properties, and we will use them. The other thing is the change of base formula. There's a couple ways. Back in the day when Mrs. Braun was in high school, we didn't have calculators that could calculate something that looked like this, so we used a change of base. So it's log U over log C. Your graphing calculators do it, and I think scientific calculators also have a button that lets you do all this math. If not, here's how you pull it apart. Change of base formula, and then you can put numbers in here and just plug it into a calculator to get a number, which usually has a lot of decimals, and then we'll round it off. Okay, here's how we're going to use that change of base formula. Use a calculator to approximate to the nearest hundredth. There's two ways you can do this. You can either do log 9 divided by log 7. You just hit the log button on your calculator, log 9 divided by log 7. Or if you have a graphing calculator, you go into the math section, which is right here. You hit math and you come up with this screen of options, and you scroll down, down, down until you see log base. And then it sets it up for you to type the numbers in. So you type in a 7 and then a 9. Scroll over to tell it where to go. And you get 1.1291. Just make sure when you're doing this, you're checking what you have to round it off to. For these problems, we're rounding to the nearest thousandths, but sometimes it might be hundred thousandths or 10 thousandths. You just have to pay attention to where to round it. Excuse me. For number 2, when you do log 731, it's 1.765. Play with your calculators. Make sure you know how to do it. Okay. There's two things we can do using these properties. We can expand or we can condense. When you're expanding, division means subtraction. So you're going to rewrite it with the log 5 twice. So you have log sub 5, 3 to the 6, and then log sub 5, 8 squared, and you write it twice. Then any exponents that you have to be written as a coefficient, because when you have something in condensed form, it's not fully condensed unless you get rid of those exponents by writing them in the front as coefficients. For number 4, there's a little bit more going on here. When you have an exponent, it does have to be distributed to each number on the inside. That's the power to a power, which means you have to multiply those exponents so that we get to here. Once that happens, we can expand it by making the multiplication right here into addition. Make sure you write the log sub 2 twice. The last step is to take the exponents and write them as coefficients, and then we're all set. Oops. There you go. Okay. This one is sort of the same deal. I'll just talk you through it. For number 5, division turns to subtraction, and then you have to write the exponent as a coefficient. Okay, let's look at 6 because there's a radical in here and this can get a little tricky. So we talked before, you can make a radical into an exponent. If I have something like the square root of x, you could tell me that it's x to the 1/2, or if I have the cube root of y, this is y to the 1/3. You know that you can write them interchangeably. So when you see a radical and you're expanding, you do need to eliminate that radical. So my first step is to write it as 7 to the 5th, 5 to the 1/2, because there's a little imaginary 2 right there, so it's 1/2. The radical puts the 2 into the denominator, and because the exponent here is a 1, that's your numerator. Okay, once you write it like this, you're ready to expand. This multiplication right here is written as addition. Make sure you write the log sub 3 twice, and then any exponents are written as coefficients. Now, here's the other thing. If you have an exponent of 1/2, anything fractiony is not completely expanded, so they don't like to have fractions as coefficients. So instead of writing the 1/2 in the front, you're going to put it over 2. It's just standard form, and you'll get used to it. You just have to play with it a little bit, make sure it's in the right form, check your answers, make sure you're writing everything correctly. It's just standard form for the answers. That's the expanded. We are flying today. You can also condense, making it smaller. So when you're given something in addition or subtraction form, you can condense it so that you write if you're writing a single log, you want to write the word log one time. Now this log has a subscript of 10, but we don't have to write that in there. We know that if there's no subscript, it's a 10. So we're going to take care of the coefficients first. 5 can be written as an exponent, 2 can be written as an exponent. And then you want to write the log once, and then the subtraction becomes division. This isn't so bad, is it? Now don't freak out with a different notation. This is a natural log or a log sub e. We're going to leave it as a natural log because that's totally okay to do that. Coefficients become exponents. That coefficient becomes an exponent. And we know that anything that is an addition becomes multiplication. Now, if you can do this math pretty easy in your head, you should do that. If not, you leave it with the exponents. These numbers are pretty big, so you could leave it with that exponent. If it's multiple choice, check it out before you do the math. Uh-oh. Okay, you see all these fractions happening? Anything over 3 is the same as 1/3 as a coefficient. So if it's log sub 2 over 3, this is really 1/3 log of 2. And when you are condensing, you want this coefficient to be an exponent. So when you rewrite it, it looks like that. I feel like I'm wasting paper. Let's do that. Okay, we're going to write the log one time. Anything that is addition is multiplication. And then you want to go back to the radical form. You guys, my coffee is really good this morning. Oh, it makes, look at the pretty light. So yummy. Okay, last one. You know what you should do? Pause the video and you try it. Just for you. I'm just going to relax here while you work. Yeah, and that's what you get. And that's all for today. I miss you guys. Hey, I miss you guys. Be good.